Right, no time to chat, we're chopping.
You don't have time to chat, Chris, but I do. What I want to do today, guys, is give you a little bit of a run through of what we did on day 4 of the Festive 500 and how we changed up a group ride, and I really hope you guys can pick a few things up from this. So this particular ride was one that Jesse and I were leading down to Kurnell. Standard old group ride, we had some good numbers, about 6 guys, and we wanted to change it up a bit. Well, I'll let myself explain.
I think we should roll some turns. Guys, what do you think?
Perfect road for it.
Perfect road to roll some turns?
Yeah.
If only I had a camera on all their faces. It was complete and utter confusion. Not only had these guys not done this before, they had no idea what I was actually talking about when I said rolling turns, which again is something I want to talk about a little bit later on.
Does everyone know what I'm talking about?
No.
So we'll just go through it slowly here.
So I want to show you these guys' first experience ever rolling turns. And yeah, it's a little bit funny, but we're not going to poke fun at guys trying things for the first time. I want to then take it into what we did and how the chat that we had and how we sort of progressed it to the next level. And ultimately, I want to show you how much fun these guys had. And hopefully this is something you can go and try out on your own group rides to change it up a bit.
So basically, I'll come through on Jesse's wheel. So we're just rolling through.
So as I just talk through the first couple of turns with us out on the road, I should just quickly mention it. Obviously, what a really important part of doing this is to find the right terrain to do it in. And as you can see, we've got a flat road, we've got our own lane, there's not much traffic around, so it's good sort of practice. All right, so these are the first turns these guys have ever ridden. And as you can see there, the first guy on the green bike's come way too strong, the wheel's been dropped between him and the guy in front of him, then the next 2 people have come through, the guy behind the green bike's dropped the wheel of the person in front, then the person who on the front is going way too hard, so the person on their right can't even come around them. We'll fast forward a little bit, we sort of get it all messy and we restart, we try again here, and here we go, we're going to try this one more time. So Jesse's rolled through me, green bike, who has been doing these big surgy turns, is sort of starting to blow himself up a little bit, so you'll see that play effect here. The guy comes through on his right too strong. So green bike then drops the wheel of the 2 guys in front, so he can't now close that gap down. The guy behind me is not bringing anyone with him, so I'm going to now sort of try and jump onto his wheel to come across. This is a better way to split a race than actually keep a breakaway together. The 2 guys in front now have realised that they've gone too strong. This fella here is trying to close the gap over to him. And I think you can probably just see that there's a lot of confusion here, and yeah, we've got a lot to work on, but we're going to have a crack at it. A bit later in the ride, we're going to have another go at it, but we talked about 2 things with the guys before we had one more go, and the first was not to surge too hard over the person in front. So when you're coming through to do the turn, do not blast over the front of them. The other is one that a lot of people are strangely hard to get used to, which is when you're going back in the line, to be conscious of when to come back into it. Because it's a continuous motion, you're kind of always thinking.
Oh yeah. Okay, because the wind is coming from that way, we're going to roll the other direction. So the guy on the left comes through. No. Yeah, the guy on the left comes through.
So let's go to some live bike audio.
Good work, guys. So I'm going to follow through with Carlos here. That's it.
We'll talk through those 2 things.
And I'll swing into you.
So I've come over Carlos there.
Nice.
Slot it in.
That's it. In. Come in.
Next rider
Good
comes
work.
in. And good. No surging over the top. A little surgy
Now
here.
we're rolling.
Now I'm coming back and I want to show you this.
Where's Carlos?
I want my wheel to follow.
Follow that wheel. Come with me. I'm last.
And I've told the guy in front of me that I'm the last wheel, so to follow my wheel. It's really pretty simple.
That's it. Nice and steady through here. Keep pedaling. Your pedals aren't going to touch the ground through these corners, lads. Who's with me? Oh, I got Jesse. All right.
Confidence is getting better and better. Let's have a look at one more run through and listen in.
And ease off. That's it. Well done. That's good. Good work, guys.
Got more of a suitable wind here. It's a bit of a cross tail, so the guys are feeling fresh. They're feeling good.
So I'm last wheel, so you'll just follow through on my wheel. Good work. Now we're humming.
Oh, this is good. Now we've got a little rise coming up here. I know the guy with the flashing light wants to surge here. Come on.
Hey, don't surge on the hill. I know you want to. Yeah, smooth.
Let's have a look at the power. Let's have a look.
And pressure off the pedal. Good.
Do we lose the person behind me? I think we might have. Oh no. Brilliant. Oh, that's fantastic. Carlos saves the day. Who's coming through with Carlos? Oh, brilliant. What a progression. What a progression.
So what do you reckon? Did we scare you off?
Nah, man, it
That was good?
Yeah, it was a sick ride.
Yeah?
Well, that's why you ride in a group. Like, well, in my mind. Because if you're trying to do a breast, you can do that on your own or with a couple of mates. But if you're going out with like 6 or 8, like, it makes sense to roll turns on the flat. That's the fun. It's the fun part.
Yeah.
You go faster for less energy.
Yeah, it's the first doing group rides for 2 years, and that's the first time I've ever rolled turns.
Well, I think we might.
This is a revelation.
We might have the title of the vlog here.
Because that was back in like when I first started cycling.
That's all you did.
You go out to waterfall and you would roll turns like SU Velo. You would head out, get to waterfall, and roll turns. You know, for that section back to Southo. But that's I guess not everyone does that.
Bloody good, mate. Awesome. Well done. Mate, chopping off those turns, you were going deep. That was awesome. Did you enjoy it?
I did, yeah.
When's the last time you did something like that?
Pre-lockdown.
Yeah.
Pre-lockdown.
Awesome. No, it's cool. Just to change it up for you. And look at he's fueled. Nice.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Look, we were far from perfect by the end of it. We were still making mistakes and flipping all over the place, but it doesn't matter. The guys had a super amount of fun. It was something different for them. Look, you probably do need someone or a couple of people with a bit of experience doing this. But guys, once you get a little bit of the hang of it, it's not rocket science. God, if Chris Miller can get around doing this stuff, then most people can do it. The one thing I do want to pick up on really quickly, and I'm interested in your thoughts on this, is all the guys said in the group rides and the clubs and the things that they do, no one rolls turns. Group rides are all 2 abreast, rolling along, just riding next to each other. This rolling turns does not happen. Is that your experience of group rides at the moment? I'm quite shocked about that because, as Jesse and I alluded to there, that was our experience of club rides. It was you went out and you rolled turns, and that's what it was. So I'm super interested if that's the experience you guys have had. Let us know in the comments below. And yeah, if you think there's a reason maybe that they've died off. So that was pretty cool, wasn't it? So let us know if you enjoyed that kind of format of thing. Obviously, I'd like to do a bit more of that stuff in races. I was particularly pleased with recording the audio during that. So that's me running my audio recorder and syncing it up after. So I think that could be a nice little addition to some of the race footage, hearing my antics during it. Now I did promise you some off-road content, so hopefully we'll get a bit of that in the coming days. But so yeah, guys, make sure you do hit the thumbs up on the video. That really does help the algorithm, helps the channel, helps the team. Guys, we announced a fantastic new partnership with Lush Desserts for the team, which is so cool because I want to talk about that in the future, how that happens, how brands come on board. I can't get away from this fact, right? This is a brand supporting domestic bike racing, domestic cycling. And that's really hard to achieve. I'm really proud of it. So shout to you, Peter. And yeah, beginning of hopefully many, many yummy desserts.